All right, what's going on? It is another week review of my plant-based lifestyle journey, and I can definitely say that week 4 was one of the hardest weeks to actually get through mentally. It's taking more mental effort for me to continue to go to the gym, and so there's definitely a transition that I feel I'm going through in regards to developing better habits. I've read a book called The Power of Habit. It's actually very helpful in putting into perspective how habits are created scientifically and how you can make new habits. So I'll always kind of reward myself for being consistent. That's been very helpful to kind of keep me going. So week 4 has been good. I feel really good. I feel like I've reached a level where I have to push harder in the gym. My reps have to go up, my weights have to go up. I've been going to the gym a lot more often. I can say that the gym in Ottawa, the Odawa gym, is one of my favorite places to actually go work out. I feel a really good positive vibe when I'm in that space. But I've noticed these public gyms, these really popular gyms, Fit for Less, Good Life, I don't really love going there. I prefer my home workout. So that was kind of a reflection over week 4. I've been really good with my consistency of foods. I've been noticed that I'm defaulting majority of my food is my soups. I'm always having soups. I think I feel the greatest when I'm just picking up some vegetables at the grocery store, throwing them into the pot, and making a really delicious soup. The one bad thing that I've been doing in week 4 is I've been eating a lot more bread. Bread has been a huge curse. Once I tasted the croissant back in week 2 or week 3, whatever it was, that really started my addiction into wanting that texture, that flavor. So I've been going to Tim Hortons and getting croissants with butter on it. It's that is a guilty pleasure. Now in week 4, one of the things that I've started to realize is my sensitivity towards what I'm eating. I really feel I'm able to notice the difference between what I eat and what it does for me. When I'm eating a small bowl of fruits, for example, like raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, I can feel the buzz that I get from that food. I can feel the buzz when I have my soups at the end of the day. I feel the energy from those food groups. And so I've noticed that in week 4 that I'm more in tune with my food. I'm more in touch with what it does and how I feel day to day. And I think that is a huge progress, a huge step forward, is being able to identify what those foods do for me. My energy levels, I can kind of tell based on what I ate. If I ate a croissant or I ate something, I can feel the effects and the difference between eating a bowl of oatmeal or having one of my shakes. I can actually feel the energy frequencies in my body. And so that's been a real awakening moment for me in week 4, that I enjoy cooking more because I know exactly what I'm putting into my body. And that's been really interesting, is tapping into what those specific foods do to my energy frequencies, and the fact that I can actually identify them. I feel more sensitive. I feel more in touch with my foods in week 4. There's some days where I literally just feel like I want to rest. And I can tell you that my cheat day, the first thing, my cheat day really helps me set a goal as to, you just got to make it to cheat day, right? And that's my reward day, and it's also the last day I work out of the week. And so having that goal at the end of the week really helps me kind of push through. This week I think I missed one day in working out. I actually felt bad. My body, my rhythm and flow felt like it was thrown off. And so I've been really adjusting to the consistency of working out every day. That's been a real awakening and challenge in week 4. Another key element in week 4 is my fasting has been a lot easier, and I literally am finding myself enjoying it a lot more. Fasting every Sunday and not eating for 24 hours is literally the foundation of my discipline for the week. Saying no to food, reminding myself that I'm on a fast, that it's okay to feel hungry, drinking water, drinking teas. That has been a real foundation to my mindset in going into my next week. fasting has been an amazing journey, and incorporating that so regularly that I feel every time I do a fast, I'm learning something new about myself, which is helping me be a better version of myself for that week. Staying focused, staying determined, staying consistent, and doing the things that are difficult. Like, it's difficult to say no to food, especially when you're really hungry. And so that same mindset is like, it's very difficult to work out when you don't feel like working out. So in week 4, I can definitely say that my fasting every Sunday for 24 hours has been a foundation building block to my health and well-being throughout the week. I do feel some progress physically. I feel my body is a lot more bigger, my muscle mass. I feel like I've gained more muscle mass. And I think the interesting thing about week 4 is that, I've traveled a lot in the summer, fall season, and I've met a lot of people that I haven't seen for a long time. And so when I came across them earlier on, this is before I committed to working out every day and doing my vlogs, and I would see some people that I haven't seen in a long time, especially when I was in Saskatchewan. I got comments like, "Oh man, you feel smaller than you used to." And that's because my diet has changed. Because I'm not eating as much, and because I'm eating healthier, I had to lose all of that bad weight. And now that I've lost all that bad weight, I keep gaining good weight, which is like muscle mass. And I feel in week 4, my muscle mass has increased my physical size. And so there is that kind of tipping point that was really important to get through. So it was interesting for me to really think that through. It's not a compliment to say you feel smaller. It doesn't feel like a compliment. And I think as a male, it does something to my ego a little bit, or it does something to my self-esteem. It does something to my confidence. Feeling smaller, is that good? Is that bad? All of a sudden there's a little bit of anxiety. And so getting over that hump was difficult, and it actually made me want to work out in the gym harder. Week 4 has been interesting in learning the reason I felt, my self-esteem felt away is because I was actually losing bad weight from all the meat and the bad processed foods that I was eating, to having to shred that weight and now only be building muscle mass because I've been working out every day, taking my proteins and eating better. So that's been a real interesting progress for week 4, is I feel like I've gained some muscle mass, and it's boosting my self-esteem. And it's been, a healthy balance for me to feel more confident about myself. And week 4 has been good. So feeling some progress in week 4, a lot of cool things to reflect on. And I'm ready for my second month, week 5. So we just finished week 4, feeling good about it, going into week 5. Thank you for joining me on this ride. I'll see you on the next video.